favorite pubs in town, the Ould Sod. I had the pleasure of meeting Mick Ward through Ron Stout at Rosie O'Grady's. And this would have been 1986, 87 time frame for me. And I think that's actually where I met Mark O'Loughlin. I met Chip at the recruit depot because we were DIs together. And I met Chip Dykes then, and Jay Treanor, I believe, maybe a year or two later. And but Mick was just recently moved in here from Boston. Ron opened up a law firm here after leaving the Marine Corps, and he put together a beautiful, beautiful Irish pub up on Adams Avenue called Rosie O'Grady's. And actually, it's a great question that you asked this, Mark, because it's at that pub that I met Skip and Toby Giesting. I met Dave Sheehan, who was also part of the parade committee, who did all the operations back with Tony, Mandy, and Scott Dodge. And I also met Colonel John Kaheny. At that time, I didn't realize just what John Kaheny's Marine Service was, and I learned quickly, being this nice, beautiful, intimate pub. I also met Joe Bodkin and Patsy Bodkin, Brian Bankston, Coach Bankston, Tony, Finhus I met up there. And so over the years, that was our favorite spot, at least for me, on Friday nights, Friday after work as a Marine. And the organizations would kind of overlap. And lo and behold, after a few years, I think I recall when Mick said that, when Ron said that, we're going to give it a try across the street. We're going to get the old elbow room, and we're going to try to get this property. And then now you've got Mick Ward and Tommy Quinn, and they're running this beautiful pub, which gives back to this community millions and millions of dollars through grassroots fundraising. Probably every week there's some fundraiser of some sort benefiting someone in our community. But the great thing about it was, from a Marine perspective, and the connection with our law enforcement, our police officers, our various agencies, Border Patrol, Customs, firefighters, first responders, nurses, doctors. This is the group that seems to just attract to one another. And when you have a Guinness and you maybe have a toast to a fallen friend or a brother or sister in arms, it's just a real enriching experience at the Ould Sod. About 1985, 6, right in there. And that legendary bar had so many veterans in that bar from the Claremont area, Bay Park, the beach, Pacific Beach. Legendary. By that I mean, pilots, Navy fighter pilots, Marine infantrymen, World War II veterans, Korean War veterans. And it was just a melting pot of really great, great people. And of course, Jim Foley, with his background in Gaelic football and his involvement with sports in Ireland as a footballer himself, that brought in another whole group, and the groups would support each other. One of the greatest things that I really got my eyes wide open to was the Shamrocks for the MDA, Muscular Dystrophy Association. And Colonel Kelly, Colonel Schwartz, so many other Marines that were in the area. Jim Foley used to do an annual fundraiser there with honorary bartenders, great musicians such as Tony Cummins, Brian Baines, God rest his soul, a great musician. Oh man, there's so many awesome Irish musicians that played at the Blarney back then. But that was our Saturday night get-together. Linda and I would frequent that pub. We'd sit with Tom and Shane and Jim, and it was just a really, really great feeling to be amongst those people. The other Blarney Stone downtown, Pete Smith's, that was a lot of fun back in the day when it first opened. I believe that was, I think, other than Patrick's too. Patrick's was owned by Larry Matranger, another Marine. Nice little pub, had Irish music in it. You could walk right by it. It had a very little front, but you'd get in that bar and it was a really nice old style pub. And they were also very philanthropic. They passed the hat on numerous when occasions would present themselves. But the Blarney downtown also was a great spot back in the day.